What up, peeps? Y'all know who it is. Jake Torrance, a.k.a. Jakey J. But much prefer y'all call me Little Tony. Today we have a guest on the show, Miss Ashley Beaty. Say hi, Ashley. A client and friend of mine who's we've been tracking her personal, her fitness journey, her weight loss journey, and we want to talk a little bit about it. Say hi to the people, Ashley.
Hey.
You can hold this when you're talking. We want first. I wanted to ask Ashley a few questions. Now, if you've been tracking this, Ashley is down 100 plus pounds in less than I don't know. Let's say about I don't know, a little over 10 months, maybe 11 months, right?
Yeah.
Close to a year, but under a year, she down 100 plus pounds. I want to ask Ashley first and foremost, what made you make the decision to kind of flip the switch and go start this crazy transformation that you've been on this past 11 and 12 months.
I would say my health. I have two kids, so I was just unhealthy, making unhealthy choices. So I take care of my parents. They inspired me to do so. So it's just the older you get, the harder it is, the more weight you got. So that was my inspiration.
Now, when Ashley, you hear that, y'all? Ashley came to me. She got in touch with me, and this was one of the main reasons that, and I still got all the texts and stuff. This is one of the main reasons why Ashley wanted to do this is because not only she spoke of her kids a lot, spoke about her parents a lot too, but not only did she spoke for her about herself, changing herself. I remember this like it was yesterday. Um, Now, when we got started, Ashley, we weren't talking about, you know what I'm saying, the beginner, the weight, how you felt. We gonna keep everything real on this real quick. Uh, how much did you weigh when you first started, Ash?
I weighed 394.
394 pounds, y'all, close to 400 pounds, and it, what? First of all, what you said? Did life get the life in? Did you get
Yeah,
the did you
just life got the life in. Keeping up with everything, just it's easier to eat fast food. I eat a lot of food. Didn't do a lot of movement. Uh, just all, I mean, for sure. I mean, my choices of drinking, and I mean, that doesn't help. I've learned that the hard way. The hard way.
Now we gonna talk about this because me and Ashley done butted heads. I had a couple times we don't had this ain't just been no fair. This ain't just been no all like anything. It ain't been no all sunshine, peaches and cream. I I don't have to become mean coach a couple times with Ashley just because it's like the coach on the sideline and player that you coaching and you see it in pros, you see it in college, you see it on in midget league. When coach and player have little disagreements and things like that, it happens. But I want to ask you, Ashley, the drinking. That's what we clashed about first and foremost, the drinking, right? I got the eating was first, right? But then once we got the eating under control, right? We started talking about diet and to get everything. I think our biggest hump was the drinking, right? Because you dialed in on the food pretty good. I mean, you had your ups and downs, but it was the drinking that you had your biggest. I feel like you had your biggest bout. We had our biggest bouts with you, right? Uh, I talked to you about the protein. I broke it all down to you, the protein synthesis and the personal trainer shit that I don't even like to even bring that super smart shit into the format and all that because a lot of people don't want to hear that shit. They just want to come in here, work out, get the workout in, and do. They don't want to hear all that Einstein and this muscle connects to this muscle and all that shit. So I'm that personal trainer that try to be basic unless I need to be. You call me out on some shit, then I'll break some shit down to you and for you, right? But I'm gonna play that dumb personal trainer until then. I broke her down the protein synthesis and how all this alcohol was just killing the process, right? And Ashley didn't believe me at first, right? She told me not at first. But what was the biggest factor when we started actually going on these? When we started actually doing this and focusing on portion control and cutting the drinking down. Tell these people how important, how big of a factor that is.
Well, you can work out all week. I'm here 6 days a week, routinely, constantly, and
Sometimes twice a week.
sometimes twice a week. It was there for a while. I was doing that, and then, I mean, I'm 45 minutes cardio on the elliptical. I come in here. I was killing it everywhere, but wasn't dropping. I really focusing on my food. I mean, I was fasting, killing my diet, but still had those tendencies to go back to drinking. Not that I completely cut it out or anything like that, but definitely way less than what it was. And that's really when I kind of found out. I gave it up for 40 days, solely 40 days, gave it up. And then
you got your biggest gains. When you
I probably got, I did get my biggest gains then.
She lost her biggest losses, but her biggest muscle gains and her best spurt was
the
when
tone,
she lost those
everything really just.
Those. I can't stress it enough. The weekend drinking, like it's cool, y'all, and it's cool, but it's not cool if you're on a serious weight loss journey or a serious fitness journey. Lose the weight first. Set your goals and get to your goals first. And then moderation is cool. We ain't over here. We ain't going cold turkey on shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in the cold turkey nothing. Like cut all the eating, cut your sugars and cut your all that. We don't do that shit over here because what it does is when you cut all that shit, you end up you might cut it for 3-4 weeks, but when you or even a couple months, but when you come back and start those cravings, what you're gonna do is double and triple up on everything that you cut back on, and you're gonna gain whatever you lost times two. I've seen it happen time and time again. Now, Ashley, let's talk about the exercises, the workouts. Now, we just started up. If you remember, we started from the seated to standing shit, right? Everything was seated to standing to step up. That's how we started everything. Like we'd be sitting down because Ashley was like 394, right? Close to 400 pounds. So I wanted her to get used to doing all the everyday shit, the getting up off the couch, right? The leaning over because we was picking up a lot of shit off the floor from the seated position. Uh, the everyday shit around the house, right? Tell me about the exercises and how much of a toll they took on you gradually. First week through, because the first, I don't know, first 16 to 17 weeks, we've seen a lot of weight loss, but we've seen a lot of.
I'd say Tony more. I could tell in my arms. I mean, first 2 months, I noticed big difference in my endurance. I would say that really went up.
So we talking about around the house, everything.
Around the house, it got easier to get off the couch. It got easier to go up the steps. Like I said, I got 2 young kids. Got easier kind of chasing after them and doing things with them. So that was the big thing. Then I mean, my vitamins, that kind of stuff, that all kicked in, played a big part on me running all day and all night, and then being able to come in and do the exercises. So that my endurance was the biggest thing that I started. That's the first thing I noticed.
Strength started going through the roof too.
Yeah.
But now you can hold that. When we talk about fasting, the fast is which Ashley when she's going on vacation next week. But this is this is when I talk about we gonna kick it into another gear. We got a couple more fasts for her coming after vacation because I know she gonna have a couple drinks on vacay. You know, I don't know. She say she gonna work out, but who knows? She might be having so much fun. She might not. So what we're gonna do is have her a couple fasts. How tough were the fasts? The few fasts. I think you did 3 or 4 fasts, maybe, during this time. How tough was it for you to actually do the fast, complete the fast, not break the fast, but not only come in here and work and still work out twice a day while you were doing it? Got to keep monitoring them. You got to watch, keep a close eye on them when they fast, when you're working out stuff for real, because you get to passing out. Anything can happen. So
yeah.
I was dialed in on her, and she did great during this time. But I want to know, how did it feel, Ashley? Did you struggle? I remember you struggling towards.
Struggle the first 2 times. The first one we did, not the intermittent one. I was okay with that. Didn't bother me too much. I was a late night eater, a snacker at night. When I put the kids to bed, that was my time to kind of snack because usually I didn't eat dinner. So I changed all that around. Eventually, probably around the second fast, I started to change that around. And then, but my energy when I wasn't putting food in or anything in when we were fasting, like that juice fast, that hurt. That was hard. That was 3 days.
This is one of the toughest fasts you could do.
The best one I think I did was the water one. I did a 10-day.
On all 3. You get on all 3. And the water one you did, we see some excellent weight loss too on the water.
Yeah,
one too.
And that taught me how to really know when I'm hungry and when I'm just bored hungry.
Right.
That's how I call it.
When you just vent eating, right, or just bored eating, right? So the workouts, I remember, this is what I'm gonna talk about. This is when I knew Ashley was fucking dialed into this shit, right? I mean, we gonna talk about the couple height. We had some times where we were stuck like at certain weights, right? For maybe one time you stuck for a month and a half at the same weight.
Yep.
And you was asking me, what's going on? What's going on? She was losing faith in me for a minute, y'all. I was telling her, Ashley, it's a method behind it.
Myself. I didn't understand what was going on.
But I was telling her, Ashley, this is a motherfucking marathon. This is not a 100-yard dash. It's gonna be times where this is a journey. You got to think of it like a journey. This is life, like ups and downs, speed bumps, roadblocks. All this shit is gonna happen in your journey. So, the couple times that we did, how explain to these people mentally, because mentally you got to have. You're not gonna always have a trainer or somebody to kind of. Because I remember Ashley, we had a goal and you were supposed to lose 8 pounds. We were stuck. And you lost the first time. I said, Ashley, we got to dial in. This is getting crazy. And you lost. You hit the first goal.
Right.
And then the next time we came in, I said, Ashley, this is a very crucial time. Now we got to lose this weight because you can go, you know what I'm saying? This is that time where you can go back to the dark side, right?
Right.
And Ashley, we had like an 8-pound goal. Ashley only lost 2 pounds, right? And she started crying. We down in the weight room. She started crying in the weight room. I had to console her. I trained the rest of my clients that day, and I got home and Ashley text me, and she was in tears. It was a long text, and she was just down, and I'm talking about so down bad on herself for losing 2 pounds, y'all. For having a great week and losing 2 pounds. But that's when I knew. Like I remember we had a nice long talk, and I said, Ashley, you did great. You lost 2 pounds. I mean, it was a lot going on, and I didn't expect you to lose the whole 8 pounds any damn way for real. I just over exceeded I was taking the expectations a couple pounds higher than what I really wanted them to be. Just try to push her to get to that level. So I was really looking for a 5 to 6 pound weight loss, and she lost 2. You know what I'm saying? But I just pushed it up an extra 3 just to try to turn it up an extra notch. But she had a horrible day until we kind of talked that day. But explain, she was done. She was deflated. She was like really, really ready to quit. We can look back and laugh on it now. But explain to these people how you get through on those parts of the journey, because this is a journey where you're gonna have those hiatuses. You're gonna have those times where that weight is just won't go nowhere. You plateau, right? We got to figure out some other shit to try to push through.
That's it.
It's some shit that you got to cut out of your fucking life. The fucking we had a strong talk about this because we was going kind of back and forth because she actually went one day in the weight room. She just broke down and told me, like, when we was going through this, like, I've been having trouble these times a day where I have this same time of day where I just want to crave stuff. I want to eat these things. Sometimes, like I think you said, when the kids get out of school,
they want snacks. I want snacks too.
Sometimes late at night, and I was like, Ashley, this is the reason why we stand here. And you got to, there's some things that you just got to lock in. And if you want to get somewhere, you got to just say, fuck it. You got to cut them out for a while, not completely, but just to get to that next level. How hard is that, Ashley? And mentally,
it's not easy. You don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. Nobody can make you do it either. I can't. You can't make me do anything. So my willpower and just you put all this work, because this takes out of my day that I really don't have to come down here for basically 2 hours now to get a workout in. But so you make that a priority. You prioritize yourself. I had to do a lot of that, which I definitely wasn't doing. So with that, and then you look at your day, you put all that work in, did all that work, and it's not easy. So it's either that, or you're going to stay the same way. And it's by far not halfway over on my end what I want to do. So it's a lot. It's a long road that I got to head.
Now, real quick, I want to definitely talk about these are the other type of speed bumps. You got Ashley, like she said, she take care of her family, right? Take care of her mother and her father. And that's the main reason why I stay in shape. One of the main reasons, because your mother, at this age, your mother and father is going to get old. I just went through a battle to deal with my mother going through sepsis, and I had to take care of her and be up and down the hospital steps, 6 floor of the hospital, 5 to 10 times a day. You want to be in shape and want to have you be able to do that for your parents, man, as they get older, man. If you ain't got yourself together, you're not going to be able to do that. So not only did Ashley take care of parents, Ashley started a new job. It's been a lot been going on. Like, she started a new job. Yeah, she started a new job. A lot of positive shit, good shit been happening for her since since she started getting herself together, started her fitness journey. Once you start, it seemed like everything started to fall. She was already had putting everything in action, but everything falling in place. Not only did everything fall in place, you getting yourself together as things is falling in place for you. So she had she got not only got the kids, schedule. She got the new work schedule, and the parents, right? A lot going on. It's a no excuse program though, right?
This is what
Ashley,
it is.
do you find some days it was like I would have to send Ashley workouts.
Yeah.
Remember, I sent Ashley a lot of workouts via video, and I would have her send me and I wouldn't try to be as a personal trainer. You ain't trying to be like you don't trust the client, but I'm like, send me. I'll send you these workouts, but you got to send me doing these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure not only is you doing them right, but you know what I'm saying, the proper forward and everything. But I just want to make sure that you know what I'm saying, you doing this shit. And every time Ashley sent me the workouts, and that's the part. How hard is that, Ashley? Explain to people like how hard is that? Is that harder than because the downtime part is hard because when you got downtime, you got time to sit and think about shit. You got time to think about the meals. You got to think about your cravings.
Right.
When you're busy,
it's busy. It's busy. But you figure if you want to do it, like I said,
make time. People make time for what
make you time. You make time for what you want to make time for.
Right.
That's just how people are. But you definitely are helpful on that. Like you said, he sent videos. I was down here when they closed. I was down here when they closed some nights, and then the next morning, my best time was first thing in the morning.
You got it.
So I was and then sometimes it was twice a day when my kids were down here. That's what started me. I came. My daughter had dance down here. I came, and my son played football, and somebody told me about Jake that he goes down the monument. I was like, man, I kind of wanted to start doing something. I was last July. I messaged him, and then I came down here for dance. Started just walking. Maybe I could do 8 minutes on a treadmill, if that. Not at the speed I am now or nothing like that, but it's a big difference. That's definitely changed, but that's how I started. I started coming here faithfully when my kids had sports. I left, came down here, just did a little bit. And then when I got with him, I started coming in the morning twice a week. And then I changed it to 5 days a week. And then when they opened on Saturday, we were here 6 days a week.
And this is what I want to know, Ashley. 100 plus pounds down, right?
Yeah.
I want to know, this. I mean, and the work has just begun. I tell you this all the time. We still got you tell me, you know this all. You tell me you got all this work to do, and I agree. But just to come from there, how much better as a person do you feel, as far as all the way across the board, physically, mentally, the confidence level, everything? How do you feel?
When you see it and you feel different in your clothes or just doing different things that you didn't think you would be able to do as easy as what you do. That's a big motivator in my mind because
when people tell you, I know people tell you all the time that you
it's very nice,
very noticeable. Don't that help? Help?
It does. Definitely. It does. I'm really not that big of a confident person, but it does. It helps you feel more comfortable. I wouldn't even say confident. I'm more comfortable in my skin.
So this is what we're gonna end this off. What do you recommend for the people, to all those people out there sitting at home thinking about it, sitting on the edge? Because there's some people that they're never gonna try to get this. They're never gonna try to. They settling for not seeing the best version of them, right? So they're gonna sit on the couch and play from the stands all day long. They're never gonna get into the game of their own fitness journey. What do you have to tell these people, all these people that are sitting on the couch right now, overweight, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 pounds plus overweight right now, uh, uh, on the brink, wanting to, but scared to, because they're scared of either the failure, scared of how hard it is.
You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail.
Exactly.
Period. I failed.
You'll get knocked down.
And you're gonna get knocked down. It's just your will to want to get back up. It's your will to want to do for yourself. Because I didn't never prioritize myself. I always had other people to take care of. I still have other people to take care of. But I can't take care of them if I'm not here or to take care of anybody. So if I'm not doing that's what motivates me. Everybody has their own motivation. Everybody has their own goal. Some people are comfortable with that, but I wish I would have started it about 10 years ago. Then I'd probably been a little different, but I didn't. And you can't take the easy road out. There's no easy road to weight loss. You have to you gotta want to do it, because I've taken the easy road out, and it goes back on. You can put it back on. It's not undoable. Whatever you think is not. If you don't watch how you treat your body and what you put in your body, what you put in is what you get out. I mean, I've learned that, but you know, you got to really do some soul searching. Not now. Start. See how it makes you. That's what I would say, because I probably didn't think this a year ago. I was in it just to see what I could do, or see if it would even be worth it, or just you lose 10 pounds. See how long it took me to do that. Then I really started working out, and it really is a stress reliever. Like that was my out. That was kind of my time to do me for a second. When I finally learned that's what it was, I enjoyed it. Like I make it a priority. I want to come. Like even on the weekend, I be in his inbox. Like, are you going to the steps today? What you doing? It does help to have somebody to do it with.
She ain't the only one, bro. It's a whole bunch of. It's a whole group. Always a group of us. It's always want to. You know what I'm saying? Go do something, which is great. But that's letting me know this is a lifestyle now. You turn it into a lifestyle.
Even my kids, like they've changed that's what I've noticed. My kids have started to eat better things. Not great. They still have their kids. They still have their stuff. Right. But on a everyday basis, it's not like it was, because they see me eating different. I believe that.
So this is the Ashley Beaty interview, part 100 plus pounds down. Now, when she get down, we got goals to make. When she down, next time we have this interview, she'll be half the size of what she is now, right? Yeah. And we'll show y'all, keep y'all down here, keep the journey, keep documenting the journey on all platforms, and let y'all know what's going on. As of I've had people lose 30, 40, even 50 pounds. I had Richard Redmond lose. Richard Redmond was close to 100. Richard Redmond lost close to 80 pounds when he worked out with me. And he was on his way, if y'all remember Big Rich, for that time that he worked out for almost pretty much close to a year. But Ashley is the biggest weight loss in the program so far. We don't have a lot of people lose weight, but she is probably, I told her, she's probably the best client I ever had, the hardest working client I ever had. And it just shows, you know what I'm saying? It just shows. So 100 pounds down and counting. Ashley Beaty, good job. We just got a good workout in. She got a decent one in. She was trying to do her rep thing, but hey, it is what it is. Like, share, subscribe, follow. Let me tell y'all who I am. It's Jakey J. Good work, Ashley.